Here we are. So we're 2 days out.
Yep.
What's your name?
Kari.
Competitor Spotlight. What's your name?
Kari Keenan.
Kari Keenan. Okay. And how do we know you?
I'm Jerry's other half.
Other half.
Better half. Other half.
And we started training together in 2009.
No.
10. Well, end of 9.
No, it's 2010.
2010. Off season we started in 2009, leading up to the 2010 season.
Yep.
So now it's 2 days before the show.
Team Universe.
Team Universe, which is a pro qualifier. There's 2 chances in the open class.
Yep, for top 2, and then the winner of the Masters class. Can you believe it? I'm a Masters competitor.
Now, it's been a long prep. You know, I saw people going 7 months. Why 7 months? You want to tell why 7 months?
So at the end of last year, in the fall, I took 2 months off from the gym, like completely off. And it's not like, and I didn't follow, you know, a diet plan or anything either. It's not like I binged and gorged or anything. I just didn't follow a diet plan and took some time off, let my body like recover. It was really, really, really nice. However, because I did that, and because that's the longest I'd ever taken off from the gym, my body composition changed. So, you know, muscle kind of atrophied, and I had more fat on my body than I usually do. Now my weight was about the same as it normally is off season, but the composition changed.
So you lost as much muscle as fat that you gained.
And I gained fat, yeah.
So what happens right now is Brew loves you. She wants to
say that. Tommy boy.
So basically, when we launched into the prep, which you were pretty much out October, November, December.
Yeah. Well, we started kind of like at the end of
December
a little bit, and then...
It was like going back to walking on the treadmill and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there wasn't any kind of weight, you know, serious weight workouts yet. So in January is when we pretty much launched.
Yeah.
You know, and you were training when we went to Mexico. So I mean, that's pretty much when it started.
Yeah, it was middle of Mexico.
So it was now time to rebuild the muscle that was lost.
Which is weird for a prep, because normally prep is all about like fat loss, but I needed to change my body composition, and so I needed to rebuild the muscle again. Which
takes time. I mean, it comes back faster for some people, slower for others.
Yeah.
But it's the idea if you want to regain that muscle without gaining fat, because we got to cut the fat off later. So it's not like you could just go and eat to gain. So it's like you need to make lean gains.
So I started dieting.
Right.
They're following a diet, you know, basically.
So back to training and then following a very strict type of foods diet.
Right.
Which, again, now the weight wasn't moving for a while. Remember on the scale you were getting a little freaked out.
So frustrating. You know, it's just not a normal prep for me, and I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing. I was following my diet, I was training, and my weight wasn't changing, but my body was changing.
Right, but the scale is actually what messes with your head a lot. It's the same thing with guys, but if it drops too fast for us, we freak out. If it doesn't drop for women, you guys freak out. So just about every week, you'd be like, honey, you know, my weight's not going down, but I could see the difference week to week. So, like, mentally, what was happening, you know, in your head when you didn't see the scale budge, even though...
Totally messing with my head. And I'm like, so what started going through my head was like, you know what, I'm just going to be at this weight forever. This isn't going to work anyway. I'm just going to have to get happy at this body weight.
Like, I'm stuck. I'll never be able to compete again. I have metabolic damage. I'm a fucking mess.
I never did the metabolic damage shit. That's bullshit. So, no, it was just like, my body doesn't want to get lean.
Right, which is weird because when has your body ever not wanted to get? I mean,
well, it doesn't really want to get lean, but we've always made it been able to get.
You can get there. You'll be able to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
So then all of a sudden, I think there was a turning point. There was a point where you were like, I don't know, and it was like, okay, we only have this many weeks to actually get in contest shape. So now it's now or never. Either you're going to do it or you're not.
Yeah.
And then the switch kind of flipped.
I had a lot of doubts, you know, and I tell you what. So I was in the gym training one night, and Jerry was sitting up at the front desk at the gym.
That's me.
Yeah, and he looks over at me, he comes up and he's like, that's too light for you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't finish the 3 sets at this weight. He's like, I don't care. You should be able to finish 1 set at this weight. It's like, okay. So I increased the weights, you know, and ended the set in tears, whatnot. And that night, he gave me like this talking to. and let me tell you,
it was the coach.
I was pissed. I really was. And I was upset. He was upset. It was not a pretty scene.
It went a little something like, why aren't you giving me 110%? You're not giving it your all,
yeah.
So don't even bother. Just give up.
And then I got pissed off because I'm like, I'm not going to give up. I mean, I'm not giving up. I'm not probably giving 100%. You know, I thought I was trying, but, you know, it was probably, you know, 80% effort. Just, I didn't believe I was going to get in shape. And at 80% effort, no, I was not going to get in shape. You know, and so basically that was kind of a kick in the pants for me. So
that turning point, you really started to make some serious progress after that. Like, people don't understand. You have to train hard to get the results. They'll come, but you need to do it a certain amount of time and fast. You got to bust your ass.
Yeah.
You know, and you started kicking into high gear. All of a sudden, it was like then, because we train covered. You train with a long sleeve shirt so people can't see what's going on. You can't.
Right, because it helps me actually focus more on the mind-muscle connection. It's hot as hell, but...
But eventually, when you're like 4 or 5 weeks out and you peel that off, you have a completely different physique than the last time you saw it in the gym.
Amazing.
And it's super motivating. And people are like, what the hell? Like, I had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, people saw me like getting smaller, but not... They didn't see really what was happening.
Now, I also noticed as you got closer to contest shape, you kind of embraced that tired feeling like you haven't in past years. Like, you kind of just like, this is what's happening. Fuck it. It's just how it's going to be. There's no use fighting it. Yeah. I'm getting to my goal, and the ultimate goal is the stage, so whatever it takes to get there, then it's fine.
Yeah.
And those last couple of, workouts, it was like, fuck, it was hard. I could see it in your face. It was tough for you to walk through the door, let alone train.
Yeah.
But, I mean, here we are now. I mean, you are literally ready in shape like 2 weeks out, I feel. And you're getting tighter and tighter and tighter to where we have to actually increase the food, give you more food, and at the same time cut back on cardio, which, that's exactly where you want to be 2 weeks out. You want to be increasing food and cutting back on cardio.
Which means my metabolism is
fast.
Screaming
it's screaming.
Now.
You give it more food, it burns more. It actually speeds up.
It's like my body's like being a furnace. It's burning up all the fuel we're giving it.
It's like rolling a tire down a hill. As it goes down, it picks up speed and keeps going and going and going, which that's, to me, a sign of a very successful prep. We're going to go on to the Team Universe this weekend.
Yep.
Try for one of those 3 placings, which we could earn a pro card. If, fingers crossed, toes crossed. I mean, if it doesn't happen,
then it doesn't happen.
Sunday right back to the grind for 2 weeks later at the Masters Nationals.
So I'm packing all my food, in anticipation that, I'm going to have to go back on my diet on Sunday. And it's not thinking negatively. It's being realistic and planning ahead. So if the pro card doesn't happen, because you never know who's going to show up. There could be like phenomenal people who show up, and I don't get one of those spots. So then I go right back on the diet on Sunday, so I'm bringing all my food with me. So even though we'll still be in New York on Sunday and driving home on Monday, you know what, I'm going to be prepared. So then I'll just go into the next show, already on my way to it.
Do you have any final thoughts on this 7-month prep?
Final thoughts. You're stronger than you think you are.
Me?
No. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to everyone else out there. You are stronger than you think you are. You really are. Your body is strong. Your mind is strong. And you got to believe in yourself. And it sucks. Prep isn't fun most of the time. It's not particularly healthy to be this lean. But, if it's something that you really want, you got to want it, feel it bad, feel that burn, embrace it, and just do what you got to do, and you can get it done. It's
just going to be over soon. I mean, literally, after you have a meal tomorrow night or Saturday night, like all that pain, it's gone. It's period. It's in the past. Like, it doesn't. It's like it never even happened. So.
Well, I don't know, but I'll definitely feel a lot better.
All right, so we'll be heading out here soon. Bruno's taking a nap near. What is my South Beaches? Bruno's taking a nap next to your foot. Ready to sign off?
All right. So this is the.
Look like a beauty, train like a beast bicep.
Yes. Team Universe bicep, and we're out.